very first minute I clapped eyes on him at a party to which, incidentally, I hadn't been invited, on the Friday night of the Frankfurt Book Fair in 2003. He was introduced to me as the director of the American University in Cairo Press. Cairo, I said, fancy that. I have a Gamal Abdul Nasser biography coming up. Would you be interested in a co-edition? Granted, this was not the most inviting pickup line, but I'm not very good at flirting, so at least it got his attention. Interested, he said? Only if you come to Cairo. When I had picked myself up from the floor, I managed to utter the not terribly witty riposte, well, you will have to come to London first then. He did come to London a month later, and then I invited him to my club as I was desperately trying to impress him. Rejected his first advances because I was convinced that there were club rules against kissing on the staircase. But then found out that not only were we born in the same town, a few years apart, but also that we both loved sailing and we both loved dancing. Where have you been all my life? I said. And what a pity that you can't be here next week when I'm invited to a wedding, and I never wanted to go to another wedding without a dancer at my side. And then, of course, he uttered the magic words, I will have to come back for the wedding then. And he did. And my friend, the bride, invited him, and as my beloved, no further explanation needed or introduction necessary. Our self-appointed chaperone, however, for the evening needed a little bit more convincing, and it took him telling her the story which you all heard him tell before about what women really want is to make their own decisions, the right way to convince a fellow blue stocking. Barely a week after this wonderful wedding, my father died. And when I came home from the hospital, sadder than I had ever been in my life, I called my beloved. And he told me what I had so hoped for, namely that he loved me. There is no greater gift than to love and to be loved in return. And my beloved became loved even more. Mein Geliebter, Geliebtes, Geliebter. Come to Egypt, he said. It will change your life. I did, and it did. Although it was not so much Egypt that changed my life, but he did. From then on, we saw each other at least once a month. We traveled the world together, to China, to Cambodia. We went on safari to East Africa and climbed Mount Sinai in the dark. I put my trust in him, following in his footsteps all the way to the top to watch the sunrise. And our campfire in the white desert was visited by the fox, and he told us the same secret he had told the little prince. You only see well with your heart. The essential is invisible to your eyes. My heart knew that there is a comparative to geliebt, namely Geliebter, Geliebtester. And we sailed together with these two in Turkey, Greece, Italy, Spain. We celebrated my birthday sailing the British Virgin Islands, 12 turns in 9 years. It would have been 13, but the planned Seychelles sail was cancelled due to a certain revolution, which my truly beloved had to witness with his own eyes. We even sailed to Ithaca together, the island that is. He had kept the Ithaca of Kafafi's poem fixed in his heart, as he had made a commitment.